Usually, we get so much on our plate as the leading movement for lead the liberation, the freedom, and the independence of the Ambazonian people. We get a lot of work ahead of we. Most of the time, we not get time for the response when people they make certain statements. But when people they start for cross the line and put the liberation in danger as the vanguard and the frontline organization for the liberation of the Ambazonian people, we get a responsibility for the Ambazonian people, and we get an obligation for response. 2 days ago, the Ambazonia Governing Council, it don't get plenty complaints about a certain interview with the person where they call it say Christopher Anu. He carry him out with the person where they call it say Nambere. First, who be Chris Anu? And the first question that you got to ask yourself, who be Chris Anu? Now for who say he come out? How he start for can't day for place where they today? Chris Anu get a history for the Ambazonian liberation. Will be public knowledge. Make us start. The first set of Ambazonians, the 12 ADF fighters, where they arrest them for Calabar. Now Christopher Anu, he set them up. A public record. The 48 fighters where they receive training. The 48 fighters where they pick them up from Taraba State. Now Chris Anu set them up. That one give now a baseline understanding of who this wicked, lazy criminal be about. Chris Anu na person way. He don't use a crocodile mop for help at the Republic du Cameroon. Most of the times, he don't act on behalf of La Republique du Cameroon. Make una sabi say Nambere and Chris Anu are one and the same people. When our fight start, Nambere be a soldier on the ground for fight for Ambazonia. When the hungry people them, the lazy people them, they enter our liberation struggle. When they plan them for a liberation struggle, they find another corrupt person and for start for work with it. The first infighting for a liberation struggle on the ground, na Nambere start them. When Sarkozy and Chris Anu they come in, Nambere be the first soldier with a bribe, manipulate, fully deceive for attack for kill General Ivo. They call for a meeting. Similar discourse. General Efang gather his soldier them. General Efang be under be at the deputy of General Ivo for that time. Gather ADF soldier them for go attack this, for go meet up, for go for this meeting. They ambush them for road, take all their weapons, disarm them, take ADF flag, tie them for their skin, naked them, shoot their foot them. And Nambere Duam. Now the first incident that for infighting for a liberation struggle. Now the first incident that for the disarming of soldiers for a liberation struggle. I did bring up these things and for giving a background of who these people they be. The attack on the liberation of Ambazonia by Chris Anu and their criminal gangs within their network of Cameroon military intelligence. You know, stand today. The same Chris Anu, he and their criminal syndicate, they use the same number. After they don't use number for do all this act on the ground, they claim the number that they are soldier, number defined for them. They fool the same number, say make it go for Nigeria. They go send the money, make it buy 30 guns. They go leave number for Nigeria. They move number from fighting, send it, deceive it, manipulate it, make it go for Nigeria, say they will give money, may buy 30 guns. It go for Nigeria. They abandon it. Even for sending your money, they don't send them. Nambere, they cry every day. They cry, they beg. Say where they don't move it from fighting. They can't abandon it for Nigeria. What did they do for Nigeria? Since they promise it for give money, maybe buy 30 guns. What's the money day? Even your money they need send for you. Nambere start for make live videos, start for make audios, and start for record videos. Put them for outside. They cry, they explain. They beg Sako, beg Chris Anu. So may they only give, even if they don't want to give money for guns, may they give transport, may go back for ground zero, may go continue fight. They leave Nambere for day, they continue for life for Nambere, they continue for frustrate Nambere. Now so they take them. After they don't use Nambere, they bring Nambere for Nigeria, abandon it, frustrate it, and then leave Nambere, make it become vulnerable or set it up. So that if they frustrate you enough, then La Republique, their agent, they go come rescue Nambere. And that exact same thing will happen. Abandon Nambere, frustrate Nambere, leave Nambere for months. Nambere cry. Success is going on the La Republique du Cameroon agent. Because of the videos where Nambere they make them. They find out place where Nambere they. They go meet up Nambere. Buy Nambere over. And bring Nambere back to Cameroon. The day when Nambere reach Ian Nkongo, they meet up with the Swiss ambassador for get dinner. We reveal those pictures for Una. So I ask you something. Now who carry Nambere? Now who be claims the Nambere be na soldier? Sakoyi and Chris Anu. Now who carry Nambere send them for Nigeria? Sakoyi and Chris Anu. Now who the frustrate Nambere, deceive Nambere for Nigeria, abandon Nambere, and surrender Nambere for DDR? Sakoyi and Chris Anu. Now so Nambere take and enter for La Republique du Cameroon their hand. Once Nambere enter Cameroon their hand, bring inside La Republique. They start for use Nambere for track soldier them, for show camps, and for move Ambazonian fighters. Most of them, 90% of all the people they did for DDR. Now these forces, who they call and say AROF. The one that will not better, they be talking, they be part of them. 90% of all Ambazonians, where they don't fool them, deceive them, and move them from the one that will be fight under Ayeke to the one that will be fight under Oliver the Red Dragons, and the one that will be fight under Nambere, and most of the other one they call themselves AROF. Now them they flop for DDR. Nambere enter ground zero. It start a work now for identify Ambazonian camps, fighters, their place where fighters they stay, place where fighters they chop, and use all kind means and all kind connections for move fighter them send them for DDR, move someone them send them for Nigeria. Now who they be responsible for these things? Sarkozy and Chris Ano. When I see DDR, not na all Sarkozy and Chris Ano, the forces where they talk saying that they are fighters, not in the floor for DDR. If you give now an understanding of which we deal with them as a people. So when a traitor, a person with Chris Ano and Sako, they groom me, they train me, they surrender it to La République du Cameroon, and then that same person turn for point out the place where all were fighters a day, and then move all forces them, send them for DDR. The same Chris Ano way he frustrate Nambere, deceive Nambere, manipulate Nambere, frustrate and abandon it for Nigeria, and send it for DDR center. After they don't do all this work for weakening ground zero, Nambere, as we talk, the last few months, did they bring it for La République, carry it go for Nigeria. Wait till be work for Nigeria. It work for Nigeria. Now for the find out when Ambazonian forces they crossed for enter ground one. Once they enter ground one, they start for find out place where these forces a day using their new network. And then they go point out place where these forces a day for the Nigerian local authorities within the states where Ambazonian forces they don't cross for enter there. Now Nambere new work this. And Nambere new work this. Ian Kongo. Even Ambazonian forces, where they don't leave the fight a long time ago, they don't cross them, retire, for go find their way, make the job go shin on them, because they don't part. Either things they don't be very difficult, they know they under a structure if he help them. As these people don't deceive and manipulate them, when people forces their eye don't shine, so one they will find their way for just come out them quietly. Now better they will go find all these ex-fighters, deceive them, support Biya and the prime minister, the colonial prime minister, they don't promise to give each of those forces them 500,000. If they come back, they will give them money, when they start a business, they will give them house. All these ex-fighters, with their vulnerability, they will can't accept. Now so now better they make their living now. Now so now better they chop now. Now a new business